Okay, so this is Tammy Pie.
And I'm Coco from Tarot Geek.
Okay, and we're doing a collaborative YouTube video. Here we are in Kailua-kona, Hawaii, above the Hawaii Jiu-Jitsu Academy. And we are going to look at decks that we have in common. Here's my thought. You want to take out your thought?
Yeah, where's my... There it is.
So I brought my greenie.
And I brought just my smaller deck.
What is this, 1980?
Yeah.
Is this the 80s one?
I think so. Oh, look at
This
the
is in a
date.
Moonlit Fae. Look at this material. Isn't that
Oh,
beautiful?
that's so beautiful.
It goes with the backs.
1978, 1983. Stuart Kaplan and Donald Weiser.
So 78?
Yeah,
That's a
78. This
78?
is 78.
Okay. All right. And I think this is a 78 too.
Oh, wow.
Because
okay.
if you look at the, how these, can you make this go in closer?
Yes.
To the, so we can see the, yeah, you can tell these are the same production, I think.
Yeah, they look similar
Because
coloring, except
right.
for yours is more green.
So you grew up with a Thoth reader.
I did.
I had a Thoth reader in my family, but I didn't know.
Yeah, my family didn't talk about it much either. It was sort of like there was a closet that I wasn't supposed to get into, and of course, you know, that makes you tempted.
So for me, it was my sort of a stepmother. So she isn't really my stepmother because she was actually my half brother's dad's wife. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it was one of those things. But I didn't know that she was a tarot reader, much less a Thoth tarot reader.
Right, and I didn't really, I remember it a little bit when I was a kid, but not much,
Don't you love this?
because it was sort of not out in the open that much.
I love this card. Period. But in this particular one, because of the lighter outside, in the other editions, it's dark purple, and you
Yep.
can't see all the stuff going on.
Right.
There's so much going on.
I love this card just in general.
This was one of the hardest things for me to learn.
Oh, really?
Because I was learning Thoth all by myself.
Uh-huh.
This didn't make any sense to me. The Princess of Wands, and it's a girl with a hat. That
But diving
frustrated me.
into the fire with complete abandonment, with grabbing a tiger by the tail and dragging that with no fear.
Right. Grabbing a tiger by the tail is what finally made me understand it.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah.
Because there I was, like, I would go and take swimming lessons, and I would be like, okay, 0 is the Fool,
Favorite
1 is the...
tower.
Oh, God, me too.
Love this tower.
With
So awesome.
no other tower is
As good as this.
as good as that. Honestly,
And
no other
I-
Two of Cups.
Two of Cups is so beautiful.
No other adjustment is
I
as good
know,
as this.
it's so
no other
good.
Two of Swords is as good as this. So, yeah, we are diehard Thoth fiends. Failure. Oh, God, when I was first doing readings, I used to do readings for my friend. We would get failure, interference, death,
I
the
know,
tower.
all
And
the time.
It was because her nephew had been shot.
Oh my gosh. And the colors are just
Okay.
so gorgeous. Okay.
So let's do Dame Darcy. Let's go through our Dame Darcy and look at how different our.
Oh yeah.
But we both have the first edition, but they're different first
They're
editions.
different.
How weird is that? Do you still have your little organza bag?
Yeah, I do. I don't know where it is though right this second. I still have my second edition in the organza bag. But this one I took out because I got this cool pouch and I just like loved it. I thought it was
And
perfect.
it's perfect. So I got those same cards with it. They came in an organza bag, and I bought
Mine's
mine.
darker than yours.
I bought mine. Oh, and here we
Oh,
go.
this one looks the same though.
off a website
Oh, this mine's lighter on this one. Isn't that so interesting?
for a record company.
Oh, right. And I got mine directly from her.
So weirdly. But it's the same. To me, the artwork goes together better in this first edition.
It does. I like it more.
And I super don't care if it is like the
I don't care about that either.
whatever.
I don't care, whatever. It's one I like. And I also like the cardstock more than this.
Yeah, so do I.
Way more.
And again, just like the
Jerry Garcia.
just like the Sistine.
Yeah.
My cards are already starting to like.
Yeah, mine
You can
too.
see right here where the color's wearing off the bottom.
Yeah.
Oops.
I love the temperance.
And you can tell her her hand, her artistic hand, when you see the later editions of this deck, she got better at art.
Oh, yeah.
So
That
but
happens. I love this
Empress,
so.
and also the moon card in
I
this deck.
know. I love some of the old cards. But my King of Cups is really dark. And my Page of Wands is really dark. I love the moon.
Card is so
It's so
good.
good.
But the newer one is really good too.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Okay. So
All right.
Dame Darcy, Hawaii.
And the sun, that's my favorite song. I love the sun. And that world card.
Yes,
I
yes,
love the
yes.
world.
Okay, let's pull out Sistine.
It's a Minky Yi.
Yeah. Which I'm digging.
Me
I-
too. I
I
love
have-
it.
I have come around to. I used to always just 78 cards, only
Yep,
78
me too.
cards, no extra cards, no happy squirrel. Fuck that.
Yep, me too.
However, now any deck that has extra cards, I almost always leave all of them in.
Me too, and I love it.
Did
I
you
love
get-
the Minky Yis.
Did you get Julie's Notorious JBG?
Yes, I didn't bring it, but I have it at home.
Do you leave the extra ones in there?
Yeah, I have. I know, and there's been times where I took them out. Oh my gosh, this Four of Swords.
I know, right? I
The
love
best.
it.
And I love that with the Triton. I just think it's the most beautiful Ace of Cups, hearts.
Ace of Hearts. Right.
It's so gorgeous.
There's a Hawaiian word for this. I can't think of it right
Yeah,
now.
I don't know what it is.
And this Nine of Swords with the seven-headed beast.
That was so cool. And I love the stars. So beautiful.
With their little round square butt. And this. Queen of Swords. What are we thinking?
Mm.
Queen of
And-
Coins.
I'm doing the.
And this.
Oh my
Was it
gosh.
you that was talking about this the other
because
day?
That, yeah.
So
much.
deep,
Yeah, it
so
is.
much going on. But this, you could journal with this.
Foreboding, yeah.
You could journal with this deck forever.
Ever.
This Five of
That's why
Coins
I
with
was
the
using it
cross
for
up here.
So, there's so many hidden things that have so much meaning in this deck.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
So good. It's just so well done.
I love the.
love the. Oh, I love Guy. It's so cool. The moon.
And do you remember
I
that
love
wedding?
this.
I remember that
Oh,
wedding.
so well.
And I remember
so
watching
much.
it and thinking, she's not happy.
Yeah. Well, how
That
could
woman
she
is
be?
not happy.
Yeah. Not fully invested there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love that. It's so cool.
Okay.
I love that temperance.
right.
Okay, we can talk
All right.
about this deck for hours. It's
Yeah.
such a great deck. Oh,
We're both
And
completely
Leo.
into it.
as such a great Leo.
There she is. Our Madonna.
That's yours.
Madonna, Madonna, Madonna. What did I say we're gonna do? Carousel?
Yeah, carousel.
Okay. So I've got mine in this like totally badass moonlit fay.
And I didn't bring my bag. I should have brought my bag. But
Look
I
how
don't have
this
the wrap
matches.
one. I have the pouch. I know.
Love it. Love it. And
These are so good. These are just great decks.
God, it's so weird
This one
how these
I was
young
like-
women
Right?
just got
so
so
creative.
inspired and so good at
It's
tarot.
so cool to see that.
This being this is the
This is the Tarot Persephone's Garden Chthonic edition,
and this is the Tarot of the Huntress.
which is so beautiful. I love it. I'm so glad I got that one. It's so
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
They're both, all of her decks have been amazing.
And you know what? I got her. I got a thing of perfume. From
Oh,
her.
me too. I've been buying those. Oh my gosh, they smell so amazing. And her candles. I love her candles.
Okay, so she lived here for a while.
Oh, she did? I
Yeah,
didn't know
I think
that.
she was in the military or something.
On this island?
I think Oahu.
Okay.
I think she lived on Oahu.
Wow, that's cool though. I didn't know she had that background.
So
I like the masculinity in this though.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I do, but I am glad that I have the other edition too.
Yes, I do too, and I love it too.
Because some of the cards are really good that she changed,
Yeah,
and I understand why she changed them.
me too.
I get it.
I love this Two of Swords. Oh, and I love that card.
So this is the Devil in Touchstone.
Right. So I have the original indie touchstone before it was.
Yeah. I remember you showed me that.
Yeah, it's really
It's
pretty.
like
It's smaller. Yeah, and I got a handmade bag with it.
yeah. But it doesn't bother me. As King of Earth, that
No, it
kind of
fits.
is the devil anyway.
Yes, and it's
And
also
also
it's
this
just,
is more of the art. That
Yes.
not in the touchstone.
did she
Cut that
not?
out.
She cut that out. I know. I like that Kara left it in.
Me too. But yeah, she does masculine energy really nicely.
She does.
In these very feminine desks. It's Persephone and Artemis, super feminine desks. Decks, really nice masculine
I
energy.
agree, 100%. I love this Queen of Swords.
Ugh, yeah.
It's so beautiful.
I think this is used in Bohemian Gothic, isn't it?
I think so.
She
I think it is,
changed
yeah.
it quite a
Yeah.
bit, or he,
Oh.
because he's the one that does
Okay.
all that, right?
Is he the one who does the?
She does the
right.
writing and the design.
She's the writing. Yeah.
He does the digital.
Yeah, it's changed a lot, but. And I love this oracle. It's such a
And
good
the
oracle.
sirens.
Oh, and the devil. Such a good devil.
Yes, please.
Such a good sorceress. Yeah,
I
this
love that
deck
these are
is
nymphs.
just like beyond.
Yeah.
Such a good job.
So
cool.
interesting. So
It is.
interesting and such different artwork.
It
she
is
did use
so
a lot
unique
of stuff that you don't see in a lot of these.
that I haven't seen in any of them. Yeah,
Right. Love this.
me too. I love it.
How perfect is it? Cassandra in front of Troy
I
going,
know.
please listen to me. Oh my God.
Oh, I love that card too. I just love it. I think it's just so beautiful.
So drama.
Yeah, but
This is a very dramatic deck.
it is very.
Nymph of Fire. Oh, perfect. Five of Fire.
God, I love
perfect.
that 5 of Cups.
As do I. And this is in Delphi.
Yes.
That's the sun card, right? but it's
no,
only
the sun
this.
is Jude or forgot her name. Like almost the same colors, kind of an orange dress, but fallen asleep by the ocean.
Oh.
It's slightly different. Yeah,
Okay.
but this
Similar.
has that vibe.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey,
I
baby.
still have my tarot of Delphi.
Do you?
Yes.
I sold mine. Somebody offered me like $1,200.
Oh,
for
are
it. I
you
was like,
friggin'
okay.
kidding me? Seriously, $1,200.
And I've been using it for like 4 years. I was like, yeah, I mean,
$1,200? That's insane. I would have sold it too. I mean, I'm just gonna say, I love that the Ace of Coins is a pomegranate
Oh, God,
dripping.
yes.
That's just perfect.
perfect. Look at this star.
Oh, it's so beautiful and so different.
Yeah. And this is
I
the
love
ace
this
of
ace of
fire.
cups. It reminds me of like something that just came out of the ocean.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
Once again, we're getting
Lost
okay,
in our
so
decks.
this one.
Oh, one of my all-time favorite decks.
One of my all-time favorite artists, honestly.
For sure. Her work is just magical. It's just so beautiful.
So, have you worked with a Nemeth at all?
Not very much, honestly. I really
Because you're
haven't.
waiting for the book?
I've been waiting for the book, but she is posting. I could kind of put everything together.
Yeah.
I
you
just,
can. And
it's harder for me to
honestly,
use.
a lot of the stories in Nemeth are very Celtic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can kind of look at it. I've always thought this was so interesting because
This
her,
is-
her perspective is really different.
It is. It's different than anybody's. And this deck is such a witchy deck.
Yeah, super witchy.
Super witchy.
When I did the 13 Halloween 13 something, it's a couple of videos back, but
Did I see
witchy
that?
was one of the questions.
Oh.
What's your witchy
I
deck?
think I saw that, and I don't even remember it now. Look at
But I
this
didn't
thing.
use it for this. I used
That's
this
one of my favorite
as
sons.
the bite
Oh,
because this one bites.
It does.
This one can bite.
This is such a great card. Oh, my
I've gotten
gosh.
sarcastic answers with this.
Yes.
I've gotten
It has a
like,
bite.
"Oh, come on, you know better" from this.
That so powerful. I love that page of wands.
And this as, girl, it's gonna be all right. You know, but it's really, really interesting.
And I love that the swords have some water in them. I just thought that was interesting, so
Yeah.
different.
That's what made me slow to get this deck. Actually,
Oh,
I was
really?
like, mermaids and water and swords. Why? It felt like a switch to me. Which before that used to bother me. The switch. Now I don't give a shit.
Yeah, now I don't care.
Don't care.
I think a long time ago, by the way.
Tarots,
And I
tarots,
love
tarots.
this Lovers.
As do I.
It's, oh,
And this edition is the best one.
it is.
Because
And,
you can see everything that's happening in the art. And I remember when she was drawing this.
and
I watched
what
her do it.
a total, like, trip to use that as the Lovers card.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, pursued and then,
Well, pursued and also keeping yourself
safe.
no
and-
matter
yep,
what.
Exactly. Sort of
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
forward beat
Yeah.
movement.
Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. And this.
I love the Egyptian and Middle Eastern vibe of this deck.
Yeah.
I think that was
Yeah.
such a cool addition and
Yeah.
so surprising. Oh, that Queen of, I love that Queen of Wands.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Totally.
It's so powerful. I really love I love all the suits.
Yeah.
Like they're all just so cool and so
Great,
different
great,
and
great.
just so fun.
Great.
Oh, that Queen of Swords.
Ten of
Oh,
Swords.
Ten of Swords. Yeah, these are just so good. They're such a good deck.
Okay, because this is getting so much conversation right now. Oh, and there's Sleepy Hollow right on top.
Oh yes, so
Which that was the card that turned me over. I was like, oh, it's got Sleepy Hollow for sure. That and the fact that the swords are ravens.
yeah.
I like ravens.
I like ravens too, and it's perfect for swords.
Right, it's Poe.
And the cardstock and the backs. I mean, the
Yeah.
quality of this and the
It's
fun
delicious.
of using it. It's so great to use this deck.
It's
the cardstock,
yummy.
I love the
chariot
cardstock.
is Frankenstein's creature. Come on.
I know it's
yes,
so.
please.
And I love the hieroglyphs. I'm mesmerized by it.
So as
It's-
I've been doing like little 3 cards with this, what I'm finding is there's a lot going on in the buildings and the backgrounds, and that's where I'm pulling my stuff. What
Yeah,
is
it's a lot of
similar
hidden.
between the cards? Because in certain artwork, I found this with the Murder of Crows. Artwork like this reaches out to each other. See how that
Yeah,
connects?
it totally does.
The fog connects.
Yep.
So you have the Page of Ravens kind of looking up at Quasimodo
Modo.
there.
As the hangman. That's such a good depict, right? That's so good.
Queen of Skulls. Yum.
beautiful. That reminds me a little bit of the Vampire Tarot by Ian Daniels.
Yes. A
It's
little
got that
bit of
vibe,
Vampire Tale.
yep.
And honestly, this is making me, it's filling the gap left because I didn't bring any of my Bohemian Gothic.
Right, and I should have brought I can't believe I didn't bring one. And this reminds me of something. I'm just trying to remember what it reminds me of, but this card reminds me of
A little bit of the birds in the
Sistine, for
Sistine.
sure. I was really deep diving into that card the other day.
But also a little bit, what is that series? The series of movies, horror movies with the that was done from games, from video games. Oh, I'm never going to remember it. I shouldn't even have brought it up. I hate when I do that. Two of Ravens. Oh my god.
5 torches. That's a good 5 of torches.
Look at these guys. Are they having fun? I don't know. Is that poison in that cup? I'm not sure.
And Dr. Faustus as the magician. How perfect is that? Oh my gosh. And what a beautiful depiction.
Yeah, yeah. So the question people have been asking is this AI? And the answer is no, it's not. It's watercolor that has been digitally enhanced, like almost every single freaking modern tarot deck on the planet. Dracula is the
That's
devil.
beautiful.
And this particular Dracula.
And I love that one.
I mean, yum. I'll go with you, baby.
And I get why everybody thinks that, because it has that vibe, right? It does seem
little
like
bit,
AI a little
yeah.
bit. I trust him. He said it's not. I believe him.
Yeah. I like this 6 of Cups.
I do too.
It
That's
looks
just
like a ghost back there.
yeah, it does. The Phantom
The
for
Phantom
Death.
is death.
It's really good. Ooh, and I love this 8 of Chalices. It's so pretty. This is just a hauntingly beautiful deck.
It really
I
is.
love the star in this deck. Oh,
Virgilia.
so gorgeous. And the 6 of Torches is so beautiful. And then standing on, I love that. That's just so
good.
cute. It's so good.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is 10 points.
Which is
Yes,
perfect.
please.
How perfect is that? Knight of Skulls.
And I think when you just follow a regular walkthrough where you're going from the Fool to the World and then each suit, what you don't get is how nicely these work together. And also, when you're doing a layout, I mean, a lot of my layouts are 2 cards, 3 cards, 5 cards at the most.
Yeah,
You're not going to get all those cards.
you're not.
You're going to get a few cards.
Yep.
And they do work together.
They work really well
beautifully.
together.
Wait, let's see.
They do.
Let's see. Can we put 4 in here?
Yeah, I think we have to move it over that way.
No, it works. I think. Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. I think it might be okay. But they look
world,
really
the Ace of
great
Ravens,
together.
I've been getting the world constantly.
The world is so beautiful. Such a pretty world card. It reminds me of those old paintings.
Yeah. That one with the girl in the.
Yeah, it reminds me of that. I forgot the name of it. And this Ace of Ravens, I love this. This thing's so cool.
So Edgar Allan Poe.
Yep. It's just beautiful. Beautiful
All right.
deck.
All right.
And the cardstock.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Here,
Is it-
shuffle.
It's
Give her
like
a
one of
shuffle.
my, and it's got beautiful gilding. It's honestly one of my favorite cardstocks.
Yeah.
that
Same
I-
here.
Just shuffles so beautifully. It's just the best cardstock ever. Love it.
Okay.
And I love how the backs are silver
I
and it
know.
just sparkles.
The backs and the font on the front. It's
So good. So
extra.
well designed. It is
So
so
this
good.
is the deck that you influenced me to get.
Is this the Tiger Tarot? I'm just guessing. Oh my gosh. I love this deck. It's such a good deck. She's making a new one too.
Yeah.
But this one is so perfect. It's
I
just
know.
so
It's
cool.
another
It's just so
situation
unique.
where
You know,
sometimes
somebody
I
else
think-
bought it too because
because you told him.
Well, and because of my video, and then they didn't resonate with it.
I mean,
I got rid of it.
you have to actually try.
It's a lot of work at first, but then it's not after. It's just, there's nothing like it. And it's busy collage, but it's just so.
Here's what I will say. When you first get this, I would say do one card at a time or two cards at a time.
For sure.
Because there's so much going on in the artwork.
There is.
That.
Right, this would be a good one to use for dropping 78, where you're just doing studying one card a day.
And honestly, Drop Them 78 is great. I love Esther.
Me too. She lives right next to me.
Really?
Yeah, she's one of my neighbors.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But she's a very quiet, unassuming person. And you don't have to go along with Drop Them 78. You can do
you could do it on your own.
Day, anywhere at any time with any deck.
And I don't post every day. Like I probably might not post today because we're in town all day,
Yeah.
And I'm doing things, and it takes a lot of time.
Right. So.
But I'll do something in my journal.
Right. So you could go through this deck, and this is actually 82 cards or something. She's got a couple extra cards in here too. And I love the suit of eyes.
Me too.
And all the different
I love the
tigers
wands
and
too. I love the
she has
tigers and the
people's heads
cats.
caught, and the weird way the drawing is brought in.
And it's so
And
fashionable.
the planets and the flowers.
I know how. I love everything about this deck. I just think it's so cool. I leave my extra cards in.
Yeah, same.
So there's an extra court card.
Right. Which is fine.
A soothsayer.
There's lots of people. There's soothsayers in our lives.
There are.
But see, this is one of the.
Oh.
It matches perfectly.
It does.
When I saw this on the fair, I was like, aha!
I have mine in a pink bag.
You know what?
Pink bag.
Pink. Pink would work great. I'm having Giselle make me a bag for this.
Oh, sweet. I love those. I love this. Just such a cool moon.
So good.
And this is so good. That star's so good. I love this. It's so good. It's so cool. And the dinner wands. I love the dinner wands.
I mean, with the shirt, yeah.
And with the
Weird.
heavy forest behind.
Yeah.
The density of it.
I like
The
tigers.
Nine of Cups is so. I just love it. I love tigers too. And it's just such a cool art. It's just awesome.
Look at the fashion in that. It reminds me of Spirit Keepers a little bit.
Does it?
Because there's a lot going on, and because
Oh yeah, it's
everything's
a lot going
made
on.
out of something else.
Yes, it is.
So you can pull, it's like a lot of these things, you can pull out little bits that answer your question.
Yeah, it's got that depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Spirit
All right.
Keepers is so complex.
So I want to see what you have to say about this, because this is a fairly new deck to me. I just
Oh my
got
gosh.
this
Well,
in
so I
Sunset.
got this. Oh my gosh, how many years
And
ago?
this was a peekaboo
30 years ago? Yeah. So I have her books. She was super into cats.
Yeah.
Really into cats.
Really into cats, and she's also a fashion person. Right?
Yes, she is. And there's so much fashion in this deck.
Yeah.
This is such a
Costumes are
winter deck.
beautiful.
They're gorgeous, but it is such a heavily wintry deck to me. I always use it in the winter.
Huh. I can
Because
see that. 'cause
the
it's
costumes are so many of them are so, and I just love that Four of Wands with the cats just on their backs chilling. Right? Doesn't that feel like
It
winter?
really does.
It does. And it feels like a foreign land. The cats are so important to the culture, right?
Right.
And the type of cat you have.
Right.
And honestly, there's a guidebook, but the big guidebook just really has more of this general story. It's not. It has the same thing as about the cards as the small guide book, but there are like multiple books with all these stories like of the land. Right? It's so cool. And this was a deck that I read for people with, and they were totally like, at the time, because it was in the 90s, they were completely dumbfounded. I knew it, and
How
I
did
could
you pull that out of this?
because it was like I was young, and I was just, I didn't care. I read with this and the fantastical, and sometimes the Toe. And my friend read with the RWS, so if they didn't like what I was doing, they could go to her. And we would always do these festivals together. I actually ended up, I hadn't seen her in 20 years, and I was walking into a store like 4 months ago and saw her again. It was such a trip. So we're playing with Carol a little bit now.
Nice.
So I would just explain things, and I would just tell them the story. But if they wanted something else, we usually would just say, "Oh, I don't have anything else." Sorry. Or sometimes I'd let them pick the fantastical or this one. Those were the choices. They were like, "What?" It was kind of weird, though.
It is weird. But
And
it's
this was just,
beautifully
it's so cool. And this was at a time when there wasn't indie decks, right? Like there wasn't really a lot of like,
weird. Right.
there weren't that many
were
decks.
Like, this isn't tarot. I'm sure.
I know. And like you would go to the regular metaphysical stores and find decks because that's how it was then. And there weren't that many coming out.
Right.
And you were really limited in your choices. And I have very few decks that I was like, oh, I want that.
Yeah.
And then I did find some indie ones, different places once in a while when you'd go somewhere.
So did you use Mythic?
Yeah. And I didn't bring that. But yes, I used that when it came out. That was in my first 5.
Really?
I think it was one of my first 5. You know, it's so hard to remember. I know Barbara Walker was in my first 5, I think.
So Toth, Cat People, Barbara Walker,
Balby.
Balby.
Fantastical, I got maybe a little bit later. But when I got it,
Fantastic Women. Wow.
yeah. When I got that one,
I don't know.
I got
Balby.
obsessed with it. Like, totally obsessed with the Fantastical.
Oh, no,
I mean, I was obsessed.
I mean,
I didn't want to use
used to have
anything
her
else.
vampire one.
Okay, I like the vampire one. The vampire, I have that. It's darker.
I let mine go because again, I had been using it for
It
a
has
long
a
time,
different,
and I was
a
just
really
like,
different
but
feeling.
I loved it.
Yeah, I love it
it's- Her artwork has so much character, which is what I love about this.
This has so much personality.
Yeah.
And look at the hair there. Like, it almost feels just like
you could.
right? It's just so good. But see how everything is like, it feels like winter always to me.
Yeah. And this is something that I think AI will never be able to do.
No, they'll never be able to do something like this. There's no way. The amount of work that went into this, oh my gosh, it's insane.
Well, it's not only work, but it's experience.
Right.
And it's kind of beautiful mistakes, even.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
just special.
spattering is such an art form.
And it's cool because this deck is still in print.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, right? Like, it is, though.
I know. I love it. I love
When I
the
got this,
jewelry.
and I love cats, but when I got this, because it's got a little sci-fi to it, too. Well, because they live in the outer regions, right? Yeah. So, such a beautiful deck.
Yeah.
Just so cool. And it's so special.
And that's the advantage to only having a few of my decks with me.
Yeah.
Is that
I
can
know.
pay attention.
You can pay way more attention to them. Last year when
Like you were saying, last year when we were here,
when
just a
February,
few.
I brought maybe 12 to 15.
Oh.
And I really got to spend so much time with them. It was so great. And I wasn't on social media hardly at all because we didn't really have very good internet at all. And so I just got to play with everything for hours at a time because I was not really working very much. I was kind of on vacation. This time I'm really on vacation.
So yours is in Finnish, right? Your book?
Yeah. Good.
So you haven't read this book?
No, I did try. You know, the translation, I couldn't.
Yeah.
I tried.
Well,
I can't use the Google.
It's confusing in English.
It is, I'm sure.
Until you have read about 25% of these stories, it's very confusing. Because the stories don't go together like as the book goes, like from page 1 to 100. It doesn't go together like that.
You know what, though? The reason I know some of it, and I've forgotten a little bit, is somebody did a video talking about each card.
Oh, right.
Do you remember that?
Hani had the creator on, and I think the creator did.
No, there's somebody else did one about the meaning of each card. That wasn't the creator.
Oh,
I'll try and find that.
Yeah.
It was really cool. That. And so then I knew some of them.
So, right, yeah, this is the handsome guy. This is Lime McKinnon, or whatever. Lime McKinnon. And so he's the hero of the story, right?
Yeah.
And he marries, I think the Empress's daughter. But he gets torn apart into a million pieces. And his mom has to go all over the world asking all the different creatures for if they've seen parts of him. And the bee, which is I think the Ace of Cups or something. The bee is, where's the bee?
So this is mass market now, and there's an English guidebook.
Right.
Yes. I love this one.
But the problem with tarot readers right now is they never read it. They don't read the book. They don't.
Some people do.
You can tell by the way they talk on their YouTube channels that they are not reading it.
Okay. I don't watch very much YouTube, honestly. I really don't. I watch so little now.
Because these stories they intertwine, and it's really beautiful.
Okay, I'm going to have to get the English guidebook.
But this deck is better than the new one.
This is the one I have. This is the same protein I have. What's the new one like?
It's got blue, and there's like a silver edge to it. The edge is probably not great. And I think it's kind of shiny cards.
I would just get it for the guidebook.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Maybe with that kind of thing, sometimes what I'll do is if I get a mass market deck for the guidebook, I'll just use the cards in my journal.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun that way.
Yeah. There you go.
Because
you must have big old fat journals. You've got the actual cards in there.
I used to, I watched Veronica and how she made journals, and I did that type for a while. It was so cool.
Picture photo album.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love this too.
And there's the bee.
There's the bee.
And also, I think they did some changing of because these are a little hard to tell what is what, because the water and the air suit look kind of interchangeable.
Yeah. And it's really different than standard. And it's really different than a standard tarot deck.
Yeah, very much.
I love the Steno that way.
Yeah, me too.
Well, so it's a cool deck. It's available mass market, but we do like the indie card stock.
Soon as Simon pulls it out,
that's
everyone wants one. But this...
Because he does such a nice walkthrough and everything.
Yeah.
That's why.
This is the indie one, which you can only get in America.
Oh, you couldn't get it anywhere other than... Because it was on Kickstarter.
Right, he won't ship it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Well, people get tired of those crazy shipping rules.
Oh, yeah, they're so bad.
Yeah. And
but
the expense.
The gold on the indie one. I don't know if the mass market has that.
The mass market gold is a shiny, much shinier metallic imprint.
Oh, okay.
And this actually is very pretty and subtle. And
it's really beautiful. Like it. I love it. And I love the cardstock on this.
Yeah.
The cardstock is so nice.
It's similar to Gothic literature. It's not quite as loose, but it's similar.
It's got that softness, though.
Yeah. And bendiness.
Bendiness. I love thin black quarter cardstock. That's my very favorite.
And this is a beautifully unusual, calm deck. very gentle.
It is.
But it's got a little weird.
It's, yeah, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, the art. And it looks so good together.
Yeah.
Like in a spread.
I think so too.
I think it's one of those decks that shines that way.
Look at this.
I know, the queen is like, right? That's so good. And some of it's really traditional.
So this, I was looking at this carefully the other day, and this has, he's got a mask on his head.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I've never.
Which is interesting, having an orangutan pulling a mask off as the Seven of Wands.
That is really trippy.
Strange.
That's strange. I don't understand it.
We'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
what it brings.
The magician.
I think Giselle was talking about, okay, so this is 3 of Pentacles, but we've got a pot of whales here.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, killer whales work together.
Oh, yeah, they definitely do.
And they get some shit done.
They also can do
Like
some
taking
things
out-
that are like,
Taking out fishing boats.
yes.
They kill sharks.
Yep. They work together.
They
They
protect
definitely
each
do
other,
that.
You know. Knight of Cups. That is really interesting. That looks almost like a skull, right?
It does. It is. Isn't that
And
it?
fish. Interesting.
Yeah,
Very,
it's very
interesting.
different.
So how do you read the Knight of Cups? The prince and the queen are supposed to be the natural pair. The princess is
the-
down there at
is
the
the
bottom.
daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
She's the one that makes everything happen
Right.
on Earth,
Right.
right? And then the knight is up there doing all the stuff in the ether.
Right. But how does that correspond to the RWS? I never am very clear with that. Even now.
And I used to just night. But for now, I am.
But this is an RWS deck.
It's true. It's true.
So this is the prince.
Here's why I asked you. Because to me, the Knight of Cups is an untrustworthy man. Remember the reading
Yes.
we did in the bar?
Yeah. Yep.
This is
I
an
agree that-
untrustworthy man. This is a man who brings you flowers and says,
Yeah.
"Hey, baby, come on down." And he looks great.
Looks
It
great on
looks like
paper.
such a good idea. Let's go play. But he is going to pull something eventually.
Yep.
So if I'm reading for other people, that's where I usually go with that. But it can also just be a really handsome guy.
Yep.
A guy coming to you for romance. I mean, you know.
And
I
for a
just wonder-
second, it's always like when I'm trying to think RWS and then I'm trying to think of what that means in my head.
Right.
Sometimes I'll think, oh, the knight, that they're the same. And sometimes I'll think, well, the knight is the prince.
Right.
I get really confused by that. It's
Yeah.
really weird
It
still.
is confusing. It is confusing.
And for some reason,
And I think that's why people get frustrated with thumbs.
oh,
because
but
of the
okay.
words.
So
And
that's why I
because-
get frustrated with RWS. But for some reason, like in Cat People and Fantastical, it doesn't
Doesn't matter.
do, yeah, it's really weird. This deck, it does matter to me. Because this feels very RWS,
Yeah, it feels a little pippish too,
right?
because it's weird. Yeah.
What's this? Ah,
So
Spirit
speaking
Keepers.
of just mushing them all together. So I wanted to ask you,
This is a cool bag.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And doesn't it just go with that?
You have the digital guidebook, huh?
I do on this.
I might have to get
Get
that.
it?
Yeah.
Sure. So, you know Tarot the Crown? Ellen
Yes.
Lorenzo Prince?
Yep.
The quartz on that.
It's like I just use the guidebook
Okay.
because the quartz are not the
So
quartz.
I did a 78-day thing with that just for my own
Uh-huh.
edification.
It's so different. It
Yes.
reads like nothing
Yes.
else I know.
Yes.
It's totally
and
different.
It's color based, right?
Yep.
But that last card, the king, which is called, I forget even what it's called.
I forgot. Yeah, I can't
But
remember.
what that is in that deck is when the energy has gone past anything good. When emotions are too sticky,
Yeah.
when thoughts are too dry, when fire is too hot, when earth is sparse, there's nothing on that card. You're looking out at like the
Which is
desert.
not like any other deck.
No,
it's
it
not like
isn't.
any other system. It
isn't.
doesn't follow any of the. There's hints of things, but it just is. I used the guidebook for years. I still use the guidebook a lot of the time.
Because
on
it's
that
beautiful.
deck. It's
It's
really
poetic.
a cool deck, but it's also just like so different if I don't use
This
it all the
writing
time.
is also very poetic.
Yes.
You can see.
And
the
I have her book that has the poems in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And they're
Let's see
beautiful.
that.
I think it's available online. I think you can get it online.
Now this one, to me,
We can just
this
cut that out.
solves all the mysteries because it mushes the two together.
Yeah.
So it
But
doesn't
also,
matter
like,
if
I still
there's
use the guidebook
swords
on
in the
this one,
heart.
too. I mean, I can
It
read
doesn't
it.
matter. It doesn't. I think she did a beautiful job of
She
this. But
did.
I am a Bellaphile. I will be Bell die on that hill.
Me too. I love
And
it.
I love the idea she had. The Shining Waters, this one is a little different. So this is our Knight of Cups,
Yes.
right? He doesn't seem untrustworthy.
No, he doesn't.
So
And
that
we've got-
like kills my whole...
Yeah.
Well, we got two Shinings.
And I just think, depending on the deck, it can mean so many different things.
Yeah.
But in the Dame Darcy Tarot, he does feel untrustworthy.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Smooth.
With this
Too
little mermaid
smooth.
tail. But I mean, she's got a lot of kind of untrustworthy looking. Ooh, here we got two shields. I love this.
Me too.
Her backgrounds here.
Her backgrounds have so much meaning too.
I love all the
I
elephants
love the
in
five
there.
chalices here. The grotesque.
The quester.
Quester.
The dark
The
horse.
healer.
So a lot of
This
these
one
backgrounds are real places.
Yes. Or real points in time too.
Right. This is, I thought it was a Solomon, but actually I think it's Solomon's son.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
The discerning one.
Master of the mystic light, the warrior. I love the corruptor and the necromancer. Those are just so good.
dramatic.
So dramatic.
Oh, I love this outfit.
Yes, me too.
Anyway,
It's really beautiful.
And the Chancellor, do you have Jamie Sawyer's Pocket of Tears?
I have Pocket of Tears. I don't have the hand one.
I don't have the hand one either, but she's doing the small one, so we
Oh,
can
is
get
she?
it.
And I honestly haven't used Pocket of Tears as much because I got it when I got a bunch of other decks.
I did.
I think it's cool because of the people, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
I like that
I
you
had a
had
bunch
it.
of people sign it.
Yeah, I wish I had done that. I love the ebony shield.
Me too. This
Such
is a good
good-
story in the book.
Yeah, some of the stories. But you know,
And this was really educational to me, this whole thing about
yes, for
the
sure.
hanged man and how he's going through a change.
hmm
Very interesting. I love
And it's
this
so
story.
different than Marseille, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And because this deck is also
Very Golden
incorporated.
Dawn.
It is, even though I
Very
know when.
Golden Dawn with an Oriental twist.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And a
Annabelle.
historic. Yeah, it's so
Beautiful.
amazing, and it just a really good
Plus, it hits
historical
everywhere in the
twist.
world.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Because this looks Norse to me,
It totally
This-
does. Totally agree.
and that looks like a Celtic castle.
Mm-hmm.
I love this Greek atlas holding
I
the.
do too.
How perfect is that?
It's
How
so.
perfect!
I know.
Ah,
I know somebody who named their kid Alice.
really?
I was like, oh, do you want the weight of
Oh, and I love this. Herald of the Winds with the ramen noodle.
Oh, yeah, it's so beautiful. Such a good one.
All right, let's wrap this up
Okay.
and let's go find some food.
Yeah. Good idea. Go to brew.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for watching.
We were so good. And thank you for coming.
See ya.
Bye.
Being such good audience, because it takes a lot to be an audience member. So mahalo to you for sitting there and enjoying all the hula that we give you. Song titled Hula Hula. Kailua-kona o hilo ea, Kailua-kona hua ea, Kailua ho huluili ea, Kaili o kamalihi ea. Kailua-kona o hilo, Kailua-kona hua, Kailua ho huluili, o Kaili o kamalihi ea, ea. Nani wale hoi ka I kena eha, kanani o mai e kea eha, kanani o mai o lama eha, malam malam paha mai eha. Nani wale hoi ka I kena